Oh god, instantly the voice dies. I love to see it. Hey y'all, how's it going? It's Toast here. Apparently my voice started to kill itself. The moment I tried to say the first word on stream, great start. But we're here, we're back, and we're doing some nattering. We're doing maybe some battering going forward. And yeah, it's official. I am definitely going to Warcries in the West. I am preparing for it over the next month or so, and it's going to be a good time. I was a bit gloomy about Warcries competitiveness for a few days. I couldn't settle on a list, basically on a faction I wanted to play, and I was getting a bit frustrated about the whole process because nothing was really standing out as something massively interesting. And then I woke up one day, I was like, cool, I have decided that I'm playing Sylvaneth. And that was it, really. And well, playing Sylvaneth is the go-to there. And I'm a big fan of Sylvaneth. I've not played much Sylvaneth in the past, is part of the issue. I've allied Sylvaneth, I've dabbled here and there. I believe once on stream I played Sylvaneth. I like them. They're really funky. They've got just about everything you'd want in a warband, but they've got a few little weaknesses, and they tend to struggle to actually win events. They perform pretty well, but they struggle to win. And I think it's largely down to their big beaters being big and beatery, just not the biggest or the beateriest, right? So they've got everything nicely packaged in faction, but it's not necessarily like the best in class when you look at it big picture style. But Sylvaneth. Apparently these are the Salty Seas Sylvaneth, according to Warcry, and frankly, Dan did a great job. These are beautiful. I love the purple and the yellow. Looks kind of sexy, not gonna lie. But Sylvaneth are great. The list I'm planning on bringing, I'll punch it in whilst we're here. And if I manage to sneak in a cheeky game of Warcry during this stream, I will definitely be playing this list at least once. So the list is a Scytheman, a Great Swordsman. We'll then pop down to Ulthari, because I'm a big fan of Ulthari. We take Anslane, the Revenant Archer, because it's just amazing, right? For 65 points, Anslane's like legit like one of the best archers in the whole game. Like point for point. It's only strength 3. It's only 2 shots, right? But it's 15 inches with 1/4 damage. And that's kind of spicy, and just 65 points, which is like super cheap. And she'll just like chip away and just annoy things, right? She might get some crits off, do some big tricky damages. She might just like knock off the last wound of some guy from across the board. Like Anslane's great. She always does work. We take a Skaith. I think Skaith the Huntsman is such a solid pick. And I think he gets overlooked a little bit because you look at his stats. 2425 is not the best attack stats, let's be fair. It's only 8-inch range as well, so it's not like a massively long range thing. It's like a thrown spear, right? Like a javelin. It's got no min range, so you can do it in combat, you can do it all kinds of things like that. But the reason you take a Skaith is really because of that movement 8. He's movement 8 with 22 wounds, T4, and he's 160. And this is super important to like consider, because when you scroll all the way up, right? We're in full Natter mode already. Let's look at the fast stuff in Sylvaneth, because they've got a bunch. They've got Gossamer Archer. This is the cheapest fast thing in Sylvaneth. It's faster at movement 10, but its attack stats are substantially worse. Worthless in melee. It's got a worse shot than Anslane for twice the price, right? So not ideal. It's got Fly, which is a massive advantage, but it's also only got 10 wounds and 3 toughness. So it's slightly cheaper, but it's less than half as tough. Not great. Then you get the Revenant Seeker, the next cheapest thing, which is more expensive than Skaith. It's faster, has less wounds, and has worse attack stats. Advantages is it has Fly and not mounted, so it's faster, Fly, not mounted, but it's also more expensive and less impactful and dies sooner. So Skaith wins that. And then after that, right, you get crazy stats, like the Spike Rider Lancer is I believe 25 points more expensive than Skaith. is a lot fast. 4 inches extra is a significant buff in speed with fly. It's incredibly fast. And toughness 4 and 20 wounds is nice. But Skaith is still the better value piece, ultimately, right? Like, Skaith at 160 is fast enough, is more durable. You would want Skaith. And after that, I guess the crazy levels of points, right? The Flitwing is 170, the Soul Warden's 210, the Scion is 240, like, the Revenant's 260. So they get very expensive very quickly, and then you've got Skaith just vibing right at the bottom here at 160. Perfectly acceptable stat line on the defense, good speed, absolutely solid on that ranged profile, right? Skaith is such a good pick. I think for me, if you're running Sylvaneth, you should really consider taking a Skaith, simply because having speed in any list is something I'll always advocate for. Speed's great for all kinds of things. If you can get it on the cheap, you should. Like, cheap and durable is what we're looking for. Like, if you're running Dark Oath, you should always take a Fell Rider. Like, it's 110 points for a Fell Rider, 18 wounds, movement 10. Always take a Fell Rider. It's such an easy inclusion to any list, and it'll add so much utility and support. If you're playing Soul Blight, it's a case of, if you're not taking a fast ally like a Night Shrouds or Lord Vitriolic or a Wielder of the Blade, you should really consider taking a Black Knight, because Black Knights are durable and fast and cheap, right? But Light Cavalry is always a solid inclusion. Skaith is that for Sylvaneth, and I love that guy a lot. The listing rounds out quite simply with, I believe, it's like 2 Spite Revenants and a Tree Revenant, I believe. You could also go 1 Tree Revenant. You could also go drop one of the Spite Revenants for a second Tree Revenant and have more blessing power. It matters, I guess, because 30 points means you could give the Scythe, for example, +1 attack. You could give the Sword +1 to its damage, for example. But at 20, I think it's at 20. It's solid. You can give the Scythe +1 strength, and you get to go. The +1 attack's nice. You wouldn't scoff at it, but like statistically, +1 strength and +1 attack tend to even out to be roughly the same in terms of value. For like your damage potential into tougher things, and you don't want to be hitting like toughness 6 things or on 5s, and you don't want to be hitting toughness 5 things on 4s. So the extra strength would be very nice, I think, on the Scythe Master. Alternatively, you could also just give them both +1 crit. Have a 4-5-2-6 and a 4-5-3-7. Also good. The 3-7 is the most budget Huntmaster you can do, but he also has some of the cleanest like kill numbers, right? Like that crit 7 means on a hit crit is 10 damage. You're cutting through a chaff immediately, whereas a crit hit otherwise is 9 and you're missing out on a bunch of chaff. So the extra crit on that is quite helpful too if you want to go on that route. But there's a lot of things you can do here. There's a lot of blessings you can do. You can also get to 30 points of blessings and do all kinds of things. But this list as is has 2 nets. It's got a teleporter. It's all in faction, which I think is really important, which gives you the battle trait, right? So the battle trait is, if you're not aware, the battle trait is Spirit Pathways. It allows you to use Walk the Spirit Paths once on any model without using any ability dice. So it's a completely free triple, and it's any model, so you don't need to worry Rumark to do it. And Walk the Spirit Paths is a straight up teleport. So of course you're teleporting 99% of the time. That free teleport is going on the Huntmaster with Scythe. This guy's movement 4. You've got to deploy 5 inches away from the opponent. So, for example, the Hunter with Sword, he can't move an attack without Rush, which is not ideal. However, the Hunt Master having range 2 means he's got a threat range of 6. So you can teleport in and then walk his 4 and still be in range and then start cleaving through things with that big old juicy Scythe. And that's great. That's a wonderful little bit of tech that Sylvaneth have, and it's a real reason why you kind of want to keep Sylvaneth in faction. It's such a powerful tool. Using a turn 1, I think is quite common just to like alpha strike. I don't think it's worth doing that way. I think the later you use that battle trait, the more impactful it's likely to be, simply because your opponent might just forget you can do it. And then badoosh, this guy teleports like on the other side of the board, take an objective, you ambush a treasure carrier, you kill some like running away chaff. All kinds of things could happen. That like out of pocket turn 3 Huntmaster teleport, kind of clutch, can do some really fun things. Other things this list has is that it just has walk the spirit paths just built in. That's because of the little guy. So the tree revenant can do it on a triple, so you can just teleport normally. And again, this little bit of teleportation shenanigans means you can pressure objectives weirdly. You can do all kinds of little strange things with a teleporting tree revenant. Let's just pressure things, teleport to a treasure, pick it up and run away to aggressively start a game, a treasure mission game. There's all kinds of things to do with it. It's a very powerful ability to have. And on chaff, it's just especially good. It means you can get out of trouble into trouble. It's wonderful. The whole warband can heal, which is especially good on your Colonel Hunters and Huntmasters. They have a lot of wounds, and you can heal in combat, which is a big deal on a double. So you can stand there, swing twice, heal up, you're good to go. Very solid. Vigor and Wrath is, I think, potentially slept on. I'm not hugely knowledgeable on how people play Sylvaneth, but I do think Vigor and Wrath is some secret sauce. And the reason for that is that it's just until the end of the activation, you gain +1 crit on all your actions that turn. And it's on Ilthari and Anslane. And I just mentioned before that +1 going to a 3/7 profile is really good because you get those clean 10 damage hits, which are very, very nice. And Ilthari doing that at range is even better. So pop that. She's got a bit more damage to her. It's a good time. It works on range attacks. Anslane gets it too, so she goes to a 2-3-1-5, which is just nasty. That's a nasty profile to mess around with. So it's a less useful on Anslane, but if you've got a double lying around, you can't complain. The basic dudes, so the Spite Revenants, these guys have a net, which is what I've got too. I think having a way to deal with things you don't want to mess with is ideal. So having a Shrieking Terror to throw a net and say no to somebody is great, and having 2 of them means you have some redundancy in case the first one misses or dies. So I think 2 is ideal for that. I think 3 is probably too much. You could take 3 in this list. I think it's too much of an investment at that point. I think 2 is like the perfect number of nets in this kind of list. Spirit Paths that we talked about, and then we've got 2 quads. Of the 2, honestly, I think the Reaping is the way to go. But Envoy of the Everqueen isn't bad. Add half the value to your toughness and strength within a 6-inch bubble is quite substantial. So let's say on a good day, it's like +3 strength, +3 toughness. You guys going to like toughness 6 to 7 means they're taking hits like a champ, and going to like strength 6 to 8 means they're punching through things. Even your little basic guys, right? Like going with 3-6-1-3, yes, their damage isn't great, but you're pushing the damage through, right? You're almost guaranteeing the damage is getting through against things they shouldn't really be hurting. In a clutch sort of scenario, Envoy of the Everqueen might be worth using. But for me, if you've got a high quad, there's only really 2 options, and that's Rampage or the Reaping. The Reaping is potentially devastating. There are not many 6-inch AoEs in the game for damage, right? They're usually 1 inch or 3 inches. There are a couple of 6 inches. They are fairly uncommon. And Sylvaneth have one with Ilthari. So it's you roll a dice for every dude within 6 inches. On a 2+, they take dice value damage. So 2+, ideal scenario, they're doing 6 damage. And I have hit allying in Ilthari before. I've hit, I believe, 7 models in 1 turn. Hitting for 6 damage a pop, right? So that's what, 42 damage was applied in 1 turn by Ilthari before she shot with a Wizard Bolt. So the Reaping is pretty spicy. It has some really good play. Into Hordes, this is devastating. Right? Like, we've just seen, for example, Off-Meta Musings win LGT with Elves, with Idril Riverblades. And they are very good at the minute. Very dangerous into Sylvaneth, because your guys are fairly low wound on their chaff and very killable by Riverblades. However, if you land a solid Reaping off, all of those elves go to 2 wounds. Right? And then you have Ilthari, you have Anslane to pick them off from a decent range in Anslane's case, and you can then teleport in your Huntmaster. You can use Skaith to move in, throw his spear. You're killing off elves. So in the scenario where elves are becoming an issue, the list has some legs against that too. So that's pretty spicy. This is the kind of list I would like to run. It's a shame, because I like the Revenant Seekers and the Spiteware Lancers, like, in theory. But, like, in reality, they're too expensive. I think with Skaith being as he is, I think it does just, like, invalidate the Lancers. And I love a 3-4-1-5 profile. Like, don't get us wrong. I would bless this guy with +1 crit every time. 3-4-1-6, like, let's go. Like, 100% of the time. Ability wise, I don't think this guy has much. No, he's got a quad. Like, you can heal like a flat 10 damage if he lands a kill on a quad. Ooh. It's not great, let's be fair. If he was cheaper, right? If he was cheaper, I would maybe consider one of these things. The Gossamer Archers are a disgrace, though. 130 points for 10 wounds is never okay. And don't take them, is the the answer to that. Alex, how's it going, man? Score, I was afraid I'd missed it. You have not missed it. It is here right now. We are currently talking about Sylvaneth in the I forgot what I was saying now. Sylvaneth within the context of me taking them to Warcries in the West, which is a tournament being hosted by Andy from the Discord, and it's in Bristol, and it's going to be a good time. I'm going, Phylax is going, Off-Meta Musings is going, so that's all of Wild Dice are attending, so that'd be pretty good. Okay, so I was just pottering around Stormcast Eternals, looking at units I'd never played with. We have a 165 point 3548. Yes. Yeah, so Warrior Chambers, they do have a 165 point Star Soul Mace Paladin. They are comical. They are the cheapest 4-8 profile in the game. They are a bit squishy at 20 wounds, but T6, and a bit slow at moving 3, but like T6 goes a long way, and they hit like a ton of bricks. They win most straight up fights. You do not want to ever mess with a Star Soul Mace Paladin unless you have something even bigger who can one-tap them. And frankly, there's not that much. A monster could probably do it. Bexmo could maybe do it. Importantly, a Gut Lord will almost certainly do it. So they have their weaknesses, but they are rather terrifying, and they can teleport because you have access to your battle trait if you stay in faction or within Stormcast Eternals. A teleporting Star Soul Mace Paladin is disgusting. You do not want to get on the bad side of that ever. So yes, they are very, very good. And yeah, I think I am taking the tree, boys. I'll put the list back in here whilst I'm rambling. Hey, Doug, how's it going, bro? I've got a tree revenant, got 2 sprites. So this is the list. I was pottering. We'll call it the totally. There we go. The Toastal Nest. Yeah, it's Huntmaster with Scythe, likely with Strength. Escape the Huntsman, Ilthari. Hunter with Great Sword, 2 Spites, Anslane, the Revenant Archer, and the Tree Revenant. It's 8-man. It's got 2 bulky boys. It's got the teleport from the battle trait. It's got the movement from Skaith. It's got the AoE from Ilthari. It's got 2 nets. I think it's a solid list. I've yet to play this list. So I don't know if it's actually good. I'm hoping to get this list a game on stream today to give it a good go and see how that goes. But I am very excited to play Sylvaneth. It's one of those factions that I've been asked to do a full faction breakdown of, but I've just not played much of them, so haven't really had the confidence in my conviction to review them or do a proper guide on them. And hopefully that will change. Puttering. I grew up around a lot of old Midwestern men. Is it puttering or pottering? Because we say pottering up north. I've never heard of puttering though. I love it though. I was so with the Sylvaneth sort of like on the back burner there. I've been I had an interesting conversation on Discord. Before that though, again, if anyone wants a game, this is a Nattering and Battering stream. So if you fancy a game, drop me a message on chat, and we'll set up Steam, have a good go. But I was having a conversation with your lane on the Discord, on the Warcry Discord, about Daughters of Cain and their place within Warcry now. So Daughters of Cain are in a really interesting position where they got buffed. They didn't get any new any points changes. They've got some new units with the update, but they were buffed indirectly by the counter change. So now a lot of the guys are not getting blown up when they attack, so they can be a bit more aggressive, right? They're not quite so squishy to self-damage, and that's great because they were always, for me, just on the cusp of being good. Not great, not top tier, but like on the cusp of being mid tier. They're often slept on, they're often ignored and considered like bottom tier. I personally don't think that I've played enough of them to reasonable successes in the past. I can't put them in lower on like bottom tiers, but I do think they're sort of like just about clawing, or were clawing up to that mid to like lower mid tier. Prior to this update. With this update, there have been some big changes in the fact that the guys have a lot of attacks, right? So if we just go to the heroes, like the Gore guy has 6 attacks. Thing's insane, right? That's a lot of attacks. The volume is high. The Iron Skill Melusai has 5 attacks, right? Like, it's kind of like 5 attacks on the Haradrim, 5 attacks on the Slaughter Queen, 4 attacks on the Warlock, 4 attacks on the Handmaidens. Even the basic chaff are rocking 4 attacks on these laddies, 4 attacks on their slightly more mid-range, 4 attacks on their Doomfires, I think 5 attacks on their Blood Sisters, right? They've got a very high volume of attack, very low damage output, but high volume that wasn't great prior to the update because counter would punish them heavily, but now that's not there. And one of the things I thoroughly enjoyed doing with Sylvaneth, with Daughters of Cain, was discovering that the more snakes you put in your list whilst maintaining like an 8-man list, the better it was, right? So Blood Sisters at 155, you look at that profile and go, it's only strength 3, it's only 1-4. You're crit fishing though, right? That's 10 attacks. You hope you're looking at land like 3 crits on those 10 attacks. That's like 12 damage. That's not too shabby. They're durable though as well. They're durable at 20 wounds. They've got movement 7. They're range 2. They're surprisingly hard to kill, and they can, with a bit of help and a bit of luck, they can punch through things and do damage. So you could, like, it's a theoretical like list build here. Like, we'll take like 2 Blood Sisters because they're great. For a leader, you absolutely want a Medusa of some kind. You could go all out and take a Blood Rack. Blood Racks are fantastic because they've got a 3-5 profile. Now the strength 4 looks low. It's because it is low. But you've got to remember that every single unit in Daughters of Cain can up their strength, either by a substantial amount if they're a hero, or by 1 if they're anything else if something's wounded nearby. So 4-5-3-5 is a really nice profile at range 2 on a 35 wound body. The Medusa sticks around. She's again moving to 7, nice and fast. So if you want to go all out, you take the Medusa. She's also got one of the more reliable nets in the game. With her, I think it's with the Blood Rack Stare. It might do damage. It will likely net whatever you want. I've actually never had her fail. She can fail. It's just very unlikely it would happen compared to most other nets. So she's super reliable for that. She's got good damage, nice and durable. However, for me, I was dabbling with either the Melusai Iron Scale, because she has 28 wounds, which is very nice. She has that nice range attack for those clutch snipes when you need to do them. And 5424 is a nice profile in Daughters of Cain. The Gore Guy's also great. 6424, she loses out on that range attack. She loses out on 3 wounds, but she's also just more killy in straight up combat because she's actually like strength 5, right? And because that ability also gives her +1 attack, she's actually 7 attacks at strength 5. 2-4 damage. You throw in an onslaught, so you throw in a blessing for ferocity, then she's actually a 8-5-2-4, which is hilarious. That's like 16 attacks on a good day thrown out, and she will blend through a whole lot of stuff. She's loads of fun. So let's just take, we'll put in the cheap one for now, slap in that Melusai Iron Scale, and realistically, this is your base. It's more than half your warband, but this is a solid, like, almost 70 wounds worth of movement 7, and then you can fill out in whatever you want. You can take some other heroes. You can check out, like, some of the Bladeborn options here. If you want to get a bit funky, you could take. I'm a big fan of Asfel the Hag's Eye for that 15-inch range 2-4-2-4. Big fan of that. You could also potentially take Wing of the Crone, because she's moving 6 and fly. Very nice. At a flat 100, she can do some work. She's not got great stats, let's be fair. But, 100 points for M6 fly is solid. When you compare her to other flyers in this range, she's got less movement than those, but she typically has higher wounds than they have. So she's kind of balances out a bit. So maybe an Asfel on there. Let's put him in. And at this point, you're looking to get to the that 8-man, right? 8-man is what you're looking at. So from here, I will just randomly just put in some chaff, right? So 65-point chaff, nice and cheap. They're fast and 5. You could either go with the T4, less output but more durability, so that's pretty handy. Or if you want to really take advantage of the counter changes, you go for these these lasses. Again, remember, you could potentially buff these guys with +1 strength with their abilities, so they're actually a 5-4-1-3 for 65 points, and a double is a lot of attacks. That's a lot of attacks going out. Let's put these ones in. Boom. That's 8. So you have 55 points left over to do whatever you want with. That's blessings, that's upgrading some of these witch elves into Sisters of Slaughter. I personally like to try and squeeze in a Doomfire Warlock. I used to do this, but with Asfel in the mix, it's either the Doomfire or Asfel, and they perform the same duties largely, which is you have a cheap range attack to get someone hurt, so your double can proc off, right? And I think Asfel does that better. So if you want even more movement, you take the Doomfire. If you don't care about that movement, then you take Asfel. In this case, we'll take Asfel. And then if you look at some of their Sisters of Slaughter, they only have 1, right? 2. So you've either got the Criplash and Bladed Buckler, or the Sacrificial Knife. If you want to save points, you would take this one, I guess. Honestly, I don't think they're worth it. Now that I look at them, right? now that I look at them, you get an extra crit, you get some range, which is very nice. Those are very useful things to have. But for 15 points, an extra range and extra crit, and no bonus defensive stats, bar the range, of course, is... it's hard, man. It's hard. Maybe. I mean, we've got the points, right? So, like, in this instance, assuming we don't upgrade the Melisai to a Blood Rack or the Melisai to anything else, we could give her an extra damage or attack on her attack. Yeah, you could also potentially give the Blood Sisters +1 crit, so they're 1/5s. Give Asfel +1 strength, so she's a strength 5 range shot. There's plenty you can do here, and I think this is like a legit solid list for these guys. You have to play them carefully. They are made of paper, but you have tons of speed, loads of threat, and in objective missions you'll do really well because you've got speed and the numbers. In treasures you've got the speed to take it and run away, and into kill missions you can focus down key chaff units and tear them apart, again thanks to your speed and your threat projection. Chat. Okay, so Alex, I just played against Demons of Slaanesh, and like those came, they got a big buff. Yes, Demons of Slaanesh are like, these guys are they're scary. These guys are scary at the minute. I think that's called demons. They're not scary. They're scary because they're basic dudes. 4-3-1-4. It's a good profile. It's like straight up. That's a good profile. These are like these are like the Sisters of Slaughter in Daughters of Cain, but better because they've got more wounds. And they've got, it's called Sadistic Killers. Yeah, +1 damage, +1 crit. So these things aren't just 4-3-1-4. They're actually, they could potentially be a 4-3-2-5. And then you're in trouble. Like, they're light cavalry, the Seekers of Slaanesh, getting +1 attack and +10 wounds. And +4 movement. Oh, great, right? 145 points for this is actually really solid. It's very dangerous. Again, 5-3-2-5. Blends through chaff. Looking to kill chaff, this thing just blends through chaff. You can take 2 of these things and be fine. Their fiends are quite good. They can buff their damage to insane numbers. They basically have Tearing Bite. So they can run in, Tearing Bite. They're movement 8. They don't have mounted, so a key thing is that the Seekers have mount, but they're super fast. The fiends don't have mount. They also have just better raw damage, and the strength 3 matters less now because counters are an issue, and 25 wounds is a substantial hurdle across. At 160, that's a good profile. Again, if we compare the Blood Sister, right, for 5 points more, the Fiend has +1 move, +5 wounds, -1 attack, to be fair, +1 damage though. Right, the thing has so many stats, and I really like the Blood Sister. The Fiends are great. I really like the Fiends a lot. And then even the basic, like this last, an Allura 5-3-2-4 is really good for 1-2-5, especially when you consider she's actually a 5-3-3-5. Crazy. Right, she can just blends, gets in there, shreds through things, everyone dies. It's a good time. Vice Leaders are fine. For leaders, the Blissbringer, probably not worth it, unless you want this to be your only hero. An extra attack's fine, extra 5 wounds is fine. The thing is 45 points more expensive, and that is roughly how much it would cost to bless a fiend to a Blissbringer. Just take a Blissbringer and bless him with an attack if you want that, and you save some points. The 5 wounds isn't that substantial. But the Contorted Epitome is insane. And I think slept on heavily. As a Chaos ally, the Contorted Epitome is absolutely bonkers. For 220 points, she is a support powerhouse. She has a lot of wounds. She's movement 10. She's not mounted. She has 6-3-2-4 with a standard wizard bolt, so she can blend through things like crazy because she's counter's gone. And her biggest draw here is the Mirror of Absorption. Pick a dude within 9 inches, they're done this round. You get a quad and you don't want to deal with a thing, right? Pick anything within 29 inches. Because again, this absolute unit is moving 10. So if you really have to get there, run 20 inches, pick a dude within 9. That guy ain't doing shit, right? Great. Wonderful. Cannot get enough of that. Big fan of that contoured epitome. I think Celestial in a great place. And of course, you get access, in-faction access to Vexmore, Lascavia, Vashtis, who's insane. Vashtis is slept on a little bit, but as a support piece, a double for -1 attack in a 6-inch bubble. Incredible. Full-powered Wizard Bolt. Incredible. 115 points. You can't complain with that. Lascavia is great as well. Like, you can just take any mixture of these three and have a good time. Like, Slaanesh isn't a great place. Their battle trait's great as well. They just have a net. After initiative, pick a guy within 1 inch. Roll a dice on a 3+. They can't move or disengage. So if you don't want something to run away from you, you have a fairly high chance of making sure they can't run away from you. This is devastating if people are trying to run away from Vexmore, right? This allows Vexmore to stick to people like glue, and if Vexmore is sticking to you, you are in fucking trouble. You do not want a Vexmore sticking to you ever. So that's kind of spicy, and of course, the final little is Shed Pain. So the counter's gone. These guys have better counter. It's just counter, but you get hit. Your guys are toughness 3. So anything that hits you, they're taking damage back. So full powered reverse counter is here. Slaanesh Demons are in a great place. I love them. Is the Shadeborn just K-Knight Shadowstalkers clones or vice versa? So the Shadeborn are sort of like very similar to the Shadowstalkers, but largely worse. They do have different abilities, to be fair. They have tried to diversify them a little bit. The Shadeborn. So for example, their leader has a different stat line, has different abilities to I forgot what she's called now. The K-Knight leader. In general, though, like, their abilities aren't that cool. Sadly, they don't have a. I think they do have. They've got a teleport, which is quite good in that quad. The hex is fine, right? Like the darts are fine. I don't think they're really worth taking, right? I think if you wanted to take something like this, you would just take K-Knight Shadowstalkers, frankly. I don't think they add enough to Daughters of Cain personally to really be worth considering. Shadeborn came second. Yeah, that would make sense. Thoughts on Psylark, Gravelood, and his triple Gloomweb Hex? Let's have a look at Gloomwood Hex. Let's have a little gander at Gloomwood Hex. In terms of raw stats, he looks fine for the record. Like 3-4-2-4 in melee, 2-3-1-3 range, movement 6, 12 wounds, 100 points. Absolutely solid, but in terms of like raw points. I wouldn't be against taking them, especially in Daughters of Cain, where you want that those little range attacks to trigger your +1 attack, +1 strength double, right? So he's got value there. He has the Gloomweb Hex. Pick an enemy for within 6, subtract half of the ability from their attack's characteristic. Yeah, it's solid. It's actually really solid. You throw the Gloomweb Hex onto somebody who's got a lot of, onto a Gut Lord. That thing's got 1 attack now, right? Potentially. It's really solid, to be fair. If you want a little bit of support, I think the Gloomweb Hex is definitely worth considering. If you're taking Daughters of Cain, I do think that Psylark does have some real strong benefits to him. One, again, his stats are fine. He's very fast at movement 6, faster than most elves. This range attack, don't sleep on it. I love a cheeky range attack. This guy has it. Stand away, just pop away. That extra wound to kill a guy running away or who's nearly dead. It's wonderful. It helps trigger your double, and he has that Greenwood Hex to be a bit of a support master as well, nerfing their big titans because you can't really fight them with Daughters of Cain. You can't really fight their titans if you're staying in faction, so Psylark helps to counter them, which is quite nice. Contorted 3 Fiends and 4 Demonettes is what took me down. Ooh, that just sounds nasty. That's 8 man, always solid, 3 Fiends and a Contorted. That list is disgustingly fast and has attacks for days. That'll blend through most things. And you made a solid list, and yeah, Alex, that is definitely a solid list. I'm a big fan of that. That is super fast, super blendy, and again, assuming again, so like one of the things with elves is that because counter is gone or is weakened to the point of irrelevance, that into most things, blending with a trillion attacks is fine, but not against everything because the counter equivalents exist, right? So the danger with Slaanesh Demons is that into a warband that has, for example, the Castlight Host have counter but better, you dare swing to them, they will punish you heavily for forgetting that their counter exists. So I think there's a I'm really happy that Slaanesh Demons, that Daughters of Cain have a place in Warcry now, a more solid place, right? Let's do this. Let's go with like as a final list building experiment. Let's put in a Psylark here. We go up, punch in 2 Blood Sisters, go up some more, put in a Melisai, and then like 3 of these lasses. So this is 20 points left over, which is ideal. 20 points, you can do all kinds of things. For me, 20 points is buffing the Blood Sisters with +1 crit, and you are good to go. You have a Melisai Ironscale, who is super solid as a hero. 2 Blood Sisters, who are super solid. Asfel for threat protection. Psylark as your 4th fast mover. More range projection to pluck away, and then a bunch of blendy elves to have a good time. So big fan of something like this. I think would be pretty solid with Daughters of Cain. You will need to be super cagey. If you want to have maximum speed, drop Asfel for a Doomfire Warlock. You're good to go. New to Warcry and loving it so far. Is there a good place to find warband lists that people use? Not that I know of, honestly. Unless you are willing to troll through War Tally. I believe, because I'll do it now, in fact. So War Tally's got a meta report system in it. So if you were to go to War Tally, to the Warcry Tools meta report, this gets updated fairly often by trolls. So it tracks, every tournament tracked via War Tally and all the lists that were ran. So you can go to, I'm trying to find here. Here we go. So, for example, if you want to play Dispossessed, right? Dispossessed are doing really well. It'll tell you who they won against the most, who they lost against the most, etc. It also shows you the top performing players there. From here, for example, we've got, cool, Matt L at Escape to Excelsis. Click on him. His list right there. So you can sort of have a gander at a top performing list on that faction, and you can scroll through that way. You can also just ask. So on the Warcry Discord, there's a list building area. You can troll through that. You can ask people for help or advice, and people are incredibly open to share their secrets with anyone. So there's plenty of ways. I do think that if you want to do a bit of a independent list building trolling, I think War Tally is the way to go for that. Oh, that would be so much better. I've been looking at every War Tally tournament and just making my own spreadsheet. Yeah, it's already here. War Tally is wonderful. And actually, whilst I'm here, Dimitri, I have dodged Dimitri. Right, I've been to 3 tournaments with Dimitri, and I've never had a game against him. But his lists are so much fun. I'm going to highlight it right now. So he's only had 9 games on War Tally. Solid win-loss ratio. This guy runs the coolest shit ever every time, right? So Infernal and Rapturous is the spinal harp lady, which is hilarious. All cavalry. All cavalry. Madness. What, like 5 Hellstriders and a Fiend. Incredible. The speed on this list is insane. And I so very much wanted to play this list. He also ran a similar list to Tabletop Scotland. Again, super fast, right? It's got the Vice Leader, which is a little bit slower. It's basically a Demonette leader with a Wizard Bolt, is what that basically is. Again, the Gut Harp, a Fiend, a Spheranx, and 2 Hellstriders. It's still devilishly fast, right? Like Mindstealer, Hellstrider, Fiend, very fast, and some support heroes for good measure. He loves his cavalry, and I have yet to play it, and it makes us incredibly sad. And for the record, I think in any of the tournaments I would have played into him, he would have won. Simply because of my list just not doing well into hyper fast leaders during my games where I've been at tournaments with Dimitri. I think he would have absolutely just danced around us and destroyed us. But I love to go into funky lists, and this is some funk right here. I love it. This must be fate. I am trying to build a Demons of Slaanesh list right now. Thanks for showing this off. Yeah, Dimitri's got some pretty funky stuff. These are very skew for the record. Like this kind of like heavy cavalry list will require a lot of precision to pull off, but it's pretty spicy. And Demons of Slaanesh are in a pretty good space. I'm going to just quickly grab a list from chat here. Actually, can I copy that just wholesale? No, apparently I can't just like copy people's stuff from what kind of? No. So Alex posted the list in chat. I don't know if you were here for that, but I'm going to just write it out here again. So it was a contorted epitome. Or epitome. I assume it's pronounced epitome. It makes sense to me that it's pronounced that way. 3 Fiends. 4 Demonettes. Is the list that Alex suggested and has played into. He hasn't played it himself, he's played into it. And this looks great. 8 man, loads of speed, Demonette blendy. It's a good time. Martin, how's it going, man? Hello, lurking here, building my Chaos Dwarfs. Trying to decide what mix of swords and spears to build. Trying to guess the likely differences and costs. Maybe similar to Seraphon. And given that there's not a lot of other unit options, potentially might need to run more regular dwarfs. Yeah, I think in general I prefer spears for the extra range, but Gamers Workshop have been weird recently, right, with the spears, because the differences haven't been that substantial between the spears and non-spears, and I think Dark Oath are a perfect example of that, right? So we'll go with Dark Oath. So they're Marauders, right? Like normally a spear will have more crit than like a hand weapon, right? But with Marauders, that's not the case, right? It's like they've made their stats closer together because it's usually less attacks, more crit. But in this case, it's just less attacks. which is interesting, right? So I think I don't know how they're going to continue with this spear game. They might continue to, okay, we'll keep their stats closer together and just give the hand weapon shield that extra attack. But they could also not do that. Games Workshop are wild. I think it's tricky. With the rules not being out and Games Workshop being odd with their rules design. When in doubt, though, rule of cool. So I don't have the Chaos 12, sadly. So it's I would like to have them in the future, but I think for me, I think I prefer the look of the hand weapon shield. So if I was to rule of cool it, I would go that way. But everyone's rule of cool is different, of course. Drew, would you use a Vexmo or any of the friends in that? Yes. So with Demons of Slaanesh, the fact they have Vexmo in faction is huge. So Vexmo is really solid. Even with his slight nerf, you got a 10-point increase. He's still incredible. Give him +1 attack, he's good to go. He controls space. He hits nice and hard if you get into combat. In Demons of Slaanesh, the battle trait exists, so you have a net every turn, which is wonderful. Lascavia is always good as a nuke to throw in, nice and cheap. You could drop a Fiend in that list for Lascavia, and I think you're getting a fairly solid trade-off. You're getting less wounds and less speed, but it's also cheaper. More attacks, and she has a really fun triple to spike her strength to the heavens. So I think Lascavia is a really fun piece to run with. And Vashtis as a control piece is really solid. That 6-inch bubble of -1 attack on a double is really good. And she has a net too, I believe, built in. So I think all three are great. There's definitely a world where you just take all three and then vibe from there. I think there's definitely a world where that exists. Let's even try it out now. Just boom. There you go. Easy. So in this scenario, not saying this is good, but top of my head sort of thing. Vexmo, Lascavia, Vashtis, 2 Fiends, 3 Demonettes, 8 man. Give Vexmo +1 attack, that's 30 points. You've got 15 points left over. With those points, you either give Lascavia +4 wounds to go to 20, or Vashtis to coiled +1 strength on her range attack. Or even +1 move. So Vashtis is the slowest thing in this list, bar Vexmo, naturally. You might want to give Vashtis +1 move. But you've got 15 points to play with here. You can do whatever you want with that. And I think this list is quite spicy. You've got some durability in Vexmo, durability in the Fiends, durability in Hansas in Vashtis, control in Vashtis's net, in the battle trait net, in Vexmo's area denial. You've got assassination with Lascavia, and just good old blend and counter control on Demonettes, right? Like, this is a pretty solid list, I think. I don't think I can put it in the chat because of how the unit, the word cap is, what that is. I didn't think so. Yeah, I can't put it in the chat, sadly. But this is the kind of list I'd run. There's so many lists you can run with Demons of Slaanesh. We can definitely go this way. You could also drop Vashtis. You could also try and squeeze in. You have to drop one of the heroes for it, but again, the Contorted Epitome is really good. But she's also quite an expensive one to buy in real life. So in that case, like, you could always go with Vexmo and have a good time. And Drew, thank you for joining the Toast Eaters. I hope you like the additional content, and thank you for supporting the channel. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. Oh, hello. I always forget that I have Discord, and Discord, I get messages on Discord all the time, but because I've got all my notifications turned off while it's on stream, so they don't pop up on on stream. I always miss them, so I've actually got a message here from Jack. So we might get a cheeky game in, which would be quite exciting. So I'll keep that just sort of like vibing to one side so I don't lose it. But again, Truth, thank you so much for supporting the channel. It means an awful lot, and I hope you enjoy some of the bonus content that's on the members only section. So whilst we're waiting for Jack to respond there, we've talked about Sylvaneth, we've talked about Daughters of Cain, we've talked about Demons of Slaanesh as a bit of a side tangent. Is there any faction anyone would like me to dabble in the meantime? Because I'm all for that sneaky dabble. Let's I'm waiting for chat to pour in there. I am in a position of great enthusiasm for Idoneth Deepkin, right? Keeping to the elf theme of this stream. Idoneth Deepkin, I think, are in a really good place right now. They're not top tier, but I've enjoyed them immensely prior to the update, and again, they get some really good buffs from the update. But I think the biggest thing they got was 2 leaders worth taking. So one of the things with Idoneth is that the leaders are either really expensive, like the Killian King, or they're Bladeborn, in which case all their Bladeborn are great. But everything else kind of sucks in that leader section. They've got 2 really good ones though. So the Icon of the Storm and Icon of the Sea are wonderful. I personally love the Icon of the Icon of the Sea. Oh, hang on. Icon of the Sea. So Icon of the Sea's got a great profile, right? He's movement 6 with Fly. Often overlooked. He has Fly. Big deal. Range 2, great. 20 wounds. Solid considering that, like, you know, everything else has 18. This guy's rocking 20. Love to see it. And Strength 5 base, 3/4 damage is just... it's beautiful. So you give this guy +1 attack, I think. Well, I would give him +1 attack. He then gets +1 move, +1 strength on turn 3. So he's actually a 4/6/3/4. And if you look at his ability High Tide, a fighter can only use his ability if it's the 3rd battle round. Add 1 to the attacks and strength characteristics of melee attack actions made by fighters while they're within 6 inches of this fighter. This is really important. This ability does not turn off. Okay, this is also intentional. So I did a video on this, and a few people were concerned in case it was misreading it. No. When you use this ability, it lasts for the rest of the game, and it can also stack if you have multiple people doing this on turn 3. You can only do this on turn 3, but if you do use it on turn 3, as long as that hero is alive, he has this bubble until the end of the game. And that's +1 attack, +1 strength. And that is really good on everything. Bearing in mind, your guys already get +1 strength on turn 3 anyway from their battle trait. So the Icon of the Sea is not a 3/5/3/4. He is potentially on turn 3 and turn 4 a 5/7/3/4. And if you use an Onslaught, he's a 6/7/3/4, which is incredible. Absolutely incredible. So I love this guy. He's a lot of fun. Squidless, Safania. Yes, Safania is wonderful. I'll quickly touch on Safania in 2 ticks. Do you think ogres will get some love? They look so cool, but hard to get in my local shops. Aren't there rumors about ogres getting a refresh? Haven't followed. Yes, I've heard rumors of ogres getting some kind of refresh, but I don't think there's anything like set in stone as like an announcement. Ogres are very cool. I think if they do get some new models, they will be fucking beautiful. The models are currently very old. A lot of them are ancient. Like I remember when I was a wee lad, and Ogre Kingdoms in Fantasy first came out, and yeah, it first came out, and there were good models back then, and some of the models are still good now, but a whole bunch of those models that are still viable for ogres are the same models from way back then, so it's kind of sexy. Good evening. Are you going to play TTS with that list? So I'm going to be playing TTS with Sylvaneth, actually. And yes, I have a game lined up with Jack in just a few minutes, so we'll be getting onto that briefly, or somewhat swiftly. But we're playing Sylvaneth when that does roll around. For me, I think when it comes to Idoneth, if you want a squid, you take Sireni, because she's amazing. The squid, she's pretty good. Elderthane, Ill-Fated, a good call as well. I quite like Doomclaw. We're getting quite expensive now, though, to be fair. Maybe an Icon of the Sea for some movement. And then you fill out on some Thralls. You get to 8 man at this point. You give +1 attack to the Icon of the Sea. This gives you 15 points left over, and you have 2 options. You either give Sireni +1 to her ranged strength. 3, 4, 3, 7 is outstanding as a ranged attack, or you go full troll and you give Doomclaw +4 wounds, so he's a toughness 6, 16 wounds tank, and you have a good time. Remember, everything here is +1 movement on turn 1. So Icon of the Sea is movement 7. Everyone else is movement 6, apart from Doomclaw, who's movement 5. On turn 3, they all get +1 strength. Strength is great because, of course, Icon of the Sea is strength 6 now. Elderthane is strength 5. Doomclaw is strength 6. Sephania is strength 4. Strength 5 on your Nomadic Thralls. If you get High Tide off, everyone gets +1 attack. Everyone gets +1 strength again. So these Thralls are strength 6, as an example, with 4 attacks. It gets kind of crazy. Basically, on turn 1, you want to be dancing. You want to be dancing around and kind of just like avoiding combat where possible, poking away, being a little bit safe, right? Doing the objective, doing the mission. Using your enhanced speed to really get around and cause trouble. Icon of the Sea helps with this because he has the Surging Sea to give everyone +2 movement. So I say, oh wow, well everyone's +1 move on turn 1, turn 2. That's true. So they're all movement 6 for the most part. They're not. They're actually movement 8 because of Icon of the Sea's triple. So they're actually disgustingly fast. You use that to your advantage. You get around the board. You do what you do. Turn 3 comes around, you're ready, right? End of turn 2, you're starting to get into combat. Turn 3 comes around, immediate High Tide, everyone's swole as fuck. You start punching through with the force of 1,000 suns, and you have a good time. Sephania is wonderful as well, by the way. I just Sephania, man, 8 attacks. Imagine Sephania at 9 attacks. Sorry, Sephania with 10 attacks. With Onslaught, right? 10 attacks Sephania at strength 5, right? 10, 5, 1, 2. Guy blends for days. He's just wonderful, right? You got to love this guy. He's a fun time. Even Thralls, like Thralls, Pop and Onslaught. These lads are 5, 6, 1, 4. They're real threats. You can't be ignoring them, right? If they manage to survive till turn 3 and you get that buff off, everyone's a threat, right? Doomclaw, my lad, my guy, rocking that meaty with Onslaught and High Tide, 4725. You don't fuck with Doomclaw. He'll mess you up with that profile and his wild defenses. Sadly, High Tide and also their battle trait does not work on range attacks, which I think is a missed potential for the warband. So Sireni sadly does not get bonus attacks or bonus strength on that wizard build, because that would be hilarious. But she does become a decent melee in clutch scenarios, Again, with Onslaught, she's getting 4 attacks, that's strength 5, 2, 3, which isn't too shabby. Let's be fair. It's not great. It's not too shabby, though. So I think the Idoneth have some real play thanks to that. But on the assumption that Jack is on his way, let's put in some Sylvaneth. That list I wrote for Sylvaneth, right? We were dabbling with the Master with Scythe. We were dabbling with the Greatsword, 2 Spike Revenants, a Tree Revenant, Ilthari, Anslane, Skaith. This is the list. I will get open TTS now so we can do some TTSing and get things rolling, really. For when Jack is ready to go. So if we go to do some little OBS shenanigans, let's just get it swapped over to the correct window. And we go and we make, not Malifaux, Warcry TTS. Bada bish, bada boosh. Pop. I believe at some point as well, if the stream is still going and off meta is available, I believe off meta musings might be on his way as well, which is kind of exciting. At some point, I will jump into recording booth on Discord, just so Jack can pop in when he's ready. I am in recording booth on Discord. Wonderful. That's all done there. Let's get. Oh, I forgot. I haven't played TTS in a while. So Ziggy, as per, has been rather wonderful, and he's updated the mod again to be even cooler than it already was. It was already the coolest mod for a war game around. It's only getting cooler as time goes on. It looks fine. Some good terrain. Lots of elevation. Love a bit of elevation in my games. Let's quickly grab that list and we'll punch it in and start pondering.
Hello.
Oh, blessings. Hey, Jack, how's it going, man?
Yeah, I'm good. So are you?
I am absolutely fine. I haven't played Warcry since Tabletop Scotland. So it's been a while.
Yeah, I haven't played since Southampton, so
that's even longer. So
yeah, I haven't even taken in the FAQ, so
yeah, there's been a fair few changes. The biggest ones definitely Counter being nuked from orbit, which I think is ultimately a good change for the game. I'm all for that. Mm-hmm. But I've got a lobby all set up. I'm taking Sylvaneth today. What are you bringing?
I'm split, so I can either take a maid, but chaos is boring.
That's fair.
Or I'm gonna try and revive my Gloomspite list from Road to Defiant in Glasgow, which I did terribly with. So I might give them another go just for fun.
Yeah, go for it.
Right.
Gloomspite have gotten some serious points changes too, so the lists are going to get, I assume, bigger.
I think all the models I'm taking bar run-of-the-mill goblins, nothing's changed. So. It was a great list. I have no regrets.
Yeah. So I have one blessing. It's on the Huntmaster with Scythe. He has +1 strength. Okay. The more I think about it, the more I kind of want to downgrade one of my guys to a cheaper guy so I can take an attack on him. But I'm dedicated to the Huntmaster having +1 strength. I'm trying to figure out what else I want to do here with my deployments. Who are you? Oh, that's an archer. Ulthari. Ziggy, I love the counter change personally. I wonder how many don't like the change. Zombie horde players, perhaps. I think a lot of people knee-jerked into not liking it, and then realized very quickly, oh wait, that's a great change, and then kind of like accepted it. I think it's one of the more impactful changes that the game's ever had. Frankly, I think it's made more factions more viable, which is always good, right? It hasn't, without any points changes at all, a whole bunch of factions are now much more playable, and that's only good for the game in my opinion. Tree Revenant, you can go like here, and then we'll go like right. Something like that. Something like that. There we go. Kind of just vibing. What are you taking today? Let's have a look. Oh, got some Gloomspite.
Yeah. So it's basically what you'd be much better off doing it with Crawl Boys, but
right.
A bit of a soup list. So
Good old soup.
Yeah. As I say, I took this up to Glasgow and did really bad. But you know,
I mean, it looks terrifying. Like that Bloodpell Hunter is giving us the willies. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. So I mean, I've always thought the Bloodpell Hunter was really fun.
Yeah.
But you rarely see it get played just because other ogre heroes are much better. So yeah, I just I wanted to base the list around that, and I like my goblins, so here's kind of just like the random characters that I normally stick in a goblins list. And the Swamp Call is good because he can make them stick around a wee bit longer. You've got some ranged options which are good, so
yeah. No, I like it. It's scary. I love the Git Boss on Wolf, the Snarlfang.
yeah.
He's such a such a powerful piece. He's nice and fast.
Like, give him strength 5
damage.
for no reason.
Yeah, he's just great. He's got a wonderful ability to move around and stuff. And for only 215 points, he's just a really solid cavalry piece. I love having a bit of speed in my lists, and he just fits that perfectly. He's so good.
Yeah, I've blessed Snorbo with some extra wounds. So I think now with the points rewrite, you could drop the Snarlfang for a Bounder Boss.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Which probably is a better option, but
yeah, the Madcap Destruction, the Bounder Boss is pretty good.
It's really good. Yeah, I've never regretted really taking a Bounder Boss, but
yeah.
I'm going to run this and see how it goes.
Wonderful. Do you have a preference of mission, or do you just want to like roll on the TTS League stuff, or?
Dude, I'm so out the loop. Like, if any if any missions have been written in the past 3 months, and I don't know about it, so I'm happy to go random. Or if you got a preference, I really don't mind.
I'll just the 6 that I hear, I'll roll a dice and we'll play that one. Put the practice on that. We got a 5. What's that? So over at the Blood Shrine Blossom. Sure. So this one here. Oh, this is a proper killer mission. This is like really killy.
Oh, great.
Okay. Whenever a player's fighter is taken down, you score. Right. Yeah. So there's 4 dice on the board.
Right.
The board's in quarters. If something dies in the quarter, the person who got the kill gets points equal to the number on the dice of that quarter, and then it goes up by 1. So more kills in one quarter, the more each kill is worth in that quarter. basically.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's like it's escalation of points based on kill. So
Okay. And you can't squiff it by sitting upon 2 corners. You've got to pick.
yeah, you've got to pick. Yeah,
Okay.
it's kind of spooky.
Yeah. I think I understand that. You might need to be patient with me, but I think I've got it.
That's absolutely fine. Nattering, I see you already splitting Just Don't Care or not doing all the roll-offs. We're doing the roll-offs for sure, but I believe you have to, before you even see the mission, you've got to do your splits. Like in a competitive scene, right? So you'd split before you go to an event, you'd split before you start the game. So you'd split your warband, then generate mission, go from there. So realistically, you wouldn't be able to tailor your deployments in advance. In a friendly game, you absolutely could. Like I wouldn't mind if Jack did that at all. But in general, like you tend to generate after you split, if that helps. I was thinking the twist is pretty important. Yes, so the person who is on fewer victory points can increase or decrease one of the quarters by 1.
Okay.
That's yes, thank you. That's actually a very good point. Cool. Let's roll for initiative. For like red or blue, I guess. So I get a 6. Oh, it's a battle of wits. It's a battle of wits. I get a 3. That's half as good. I'm flagging already.
I got 1.
Oh no, that's even worse. So it's daggers and shields on turn 1. So I've got Ilthari. Can I get elevated? Can I get like nice and high turn 1? Maybe. If I start in red, yeah, I think I'll take red.
Okay.
And then we'll go attacker and defender. I got a big ol' 3. I'm consistent.
Okay. Here comes a 1. 2.
That's twice as good as before. The improvement's terrifying. I'll let you deploy first.
Okay. So they're going over there. Shields over here.
So my dagger. And my oh, I've got Scath on the board turn 1. What's Scath then?
So where's your big scary? Okay, so he's coming on 10-2. So you can try and run away, but he's just going to teleport after you. Stupid 2-inch scythe.
The teleport's pretty good. Although, I think one of the things that I missed a lot when reading teleport, and the one how I've played Sylvaneth in the past, was that you can't teleport up. It has to be on the battlefield floor. You can't teleport to a platform.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's like really restrictive. It only says battlefield floor. So I couldn't chase you up here, for example. With it. I would have to teleport to here, and then walk up the bridge.
Okay.
It's really bizarre.
I'm gonna cling to these platforms like my life depends on it.
Everyone climb.
I mean, the wolf can climb.
Is he not mounted?
No.
What a legend.
Yeah.
I love random mounted things not being mounted in Warcries. It's so good.
Yeah, even when Git's clearly got looked at for this FAQ, and they're just like, nah, let him have it. The new wolves can't. This one.
Oh, the new wolves mounted. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
The lack of consistency. I guess they're scouts, right?
The Snowfangs are good. So, yeah, it's fun.
So we've got a Boggle-Eye and a Shaman. Shaman. Boggle-Eye. He has the pull, right? Yeah.
No, Boggle is a net.
Is it a net?
He's a
Right.
dice range net.
Okay. Shrewdman says he's an attack debuff, right? I'm trying to remember.
He is an attack debuff.
Yeah. Okay. They're all bizarre. Excellent. So I haven't my Ilthari ready to go. Let's go be ballsy, right? We're going to play aggressively. We have a scythe. Let's use it. Ilthari less aggressively. She's a bit squishier. Ideal. Okay, so we have Scary Wolf and some fungal boys. Let's your movement a bajillion. So I'm not going to really outrun you.
I think it's 10.
Yeah, my DR Centaur isn't that fast. Sadly. Okay, so squishy things. Right, we'll get them sort of like zooped for a bit of cover here, just to. I think that's somewhat covered there, so we'll give that a go. And that's probably fine. It's probably fine.
All right.
Got some range. We deploy so close together. That's why, like, within 6. Like, that's crazy. Like, okay, I can just bap. We can bap each other from miles away. It's great. Excellent. So let's lower those deployments and roll for initiative. Good luck, sir.
Good luck. Yeah.
4 singles.
2 doubles, 2 singles.
Ooh. So I have the initiative, and I don't know my abilities. Largely, I don't have any worth really doing on turn 1. I've got a net, I guess. That's pretty fun. Yeah, I think I'm gonna bank. I'm gonna happily bank today.
No problem. I think I'm trying to remember what my abilities are. Yeah, I'm gonna bank mine 2.
Beautiful. Well, in the name of unrelenting aggression, I'm gonna go with the Hunt Master. He's gonna waddle up.
Oh, it's happening.
And he's gonna smack you in the head with his big fat off slice. So my guy, will go his 3.7. It's 0.3. Get within 2 of this little spearman.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not range of him, which is fine. Let's try and get an early kill and just try and decapitate that little guy.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna react with Mr. Spearman.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is what they do. Oh man, my brain's got. Yeah, I'll pile on. I think. Mm-hmm. Which means that my
I forget. You can launch this guy into him.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He's got the movement.
He absolutely does.
But I have to be within an inch. So yeah,
I've walked into the cunning trap immediately.
Well, to be honest, I kind of forgot that this is something that they can do. So it just works out quite nicely.
Well, all I need to do is roll 4 6s and it's fine, right? So just roll a bunch of 6s. It's like, okay, I guess my new target has to be the Snarlfang because he's engaged. I was going to save that double for a net. Alas, I can no longer net the guy because he's ran away. So I'm going to onslaught.
Okay.
and try and cut your head off with my big old scythe. So with the whole new system, it's all down here. We've got like a personalized little dice thing here, which is pretty spicy. So I am strength 6 to your toughness 5. Do you wish to react to my big old swinging scythe?
What does Spore Cloud do? If I can make this reaction of a friendly fighter within targeted by a missile attack. No, I'm good then.
Sweet. Kashwing. That's 12 damage, in fact.
Okay, that's a chunk.
And that is my Kernoth Huntmaster with Kernoth Scythe done.
Okay.
Now I'm praying those 32 wounds hold out.
Yeah.
I don't want to die this early.
I mean, my guy doesn't hit that hard. So. What does Scaife do? Scaife's cool. 2 attacks. Okay, that's not wild.
Nah, he's just fast. He's like the cheapest fasting in Sylvaneth.
Yeah. So if you want him to be fast,
it's cheaper. But like the cheapest things like got 10 wounds, and it's like 10 checkpoints cheaper. So for 10 points more, you're getting 12 bonus wounds. We'll take that. Okay,
so because he's fast, I'm just gonna be annoying and try to net you.
That would be quite annoying.
I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Right, yeah, let's do that. So I'll use my double.
I'm just waiting for the blood pill to come on and ruin my day.
Yeah, double 4s, try and net you. So 3 plus.
3 plus.
Yep. Watch it with.
Oh no, I've been netted. Net. Mudbish.
And then I'll climb up there.
I'll bravely run away.
And he's done.
Blockings. The new layout on TTS looks amazing. It looks clean. I like it a lot. I love these little dice trays for each player. It's really nice. Now then, how do you keep the Huntmaster from flipping onto the bridge when moving? You use, if you press when holding a model, if you press right click whilst holding onto them, it'll lock them to the actual floor. And that makes it handy to go under bridges when needed. Skaith's going to throw his spear into this guy. Just yeet a javelin right up there.
Yeah.
You are +1 strength because you are in. So it's +1 toughness because you are in elevation. So I'm hitting you on 4s. On 4s. So 2 shots hitting on 4s. Spear away. That is 6 damage. That's 7 damage, in fact. And you are in this table quarter, so this will go up by 1, and I'll score 1 whole point. I'll take it. And I guess because he's here, you'll throw another spear into your Shroommancer. This time hitting on 3s, because he is not in cover.
Yep.
Does he have Fungal Cloud to...
It sounds like something he might have. Let's have a look.
Pylon, Spiteful Demise.
He does not.
Okay. He loves mushrooms, just not that much, apparently.
Not that much.
He doesn't have, like, pocket mushrooms to throw spores at people.
He loves them platonically.
Oh, that's another 7.
Oh.
Jesus. Skaith. You're raging, my guy. Calm down. That's them done.
Right. Okie dokie.
Skaith OP.
Two attack strength 3, so she's standard wizard attack. Okay, so we could have a wizard bolt off. I think we're just about in range. Mine cuts out.
It was 7.3. We're actually just out of range.
Okie doke. Okay, well, because this guy is in range, the guy with the poking spear, I'm going to poke you with my spear.
No.
Yeah. So
Ziggy said, Skaith has the same rage response to being netted that he does. Nice.
So how do I use the custom little map thing?
So if you click, if you hit tab
Yep.
on your model and my model, it'll put their stats.
Oh, wicked. Okay.
For you to see, and then you can just customize your little your thing there.
So I'm hitting you on 4 5s, 2 attacks. Here we go. Nothing.
I am immortal.
And again. Nothing.
Truly immortal. My bark is too thick. So Ilthari can see your goblin through the gap in the tree here.
Not the one with the poking spear.
I'm gonna shoot him. He's in cover. I'm hitting you on 5s. I'm hitting on 5s anyway because he's toughness 4.
He's toughness 4.
Let's bap him. Let's fire some wizard bolts in this direction. Hit you on 5s, 2 shots. Ilthari into poking spear. First shot, bada bish, bada boosh. That's 3 damage. We're halfway there.
Okay.
We're going to do it again. We're missed.
Okay.
I'll take it though. It was a cheeky shot. It was unlikely to do much, but it did something. So I'm okay with that. Over to you.
I don't know why I piled into this Colonel Hunt's Master because I don't really stand a chance of killing it. But
the best part is I've got a second Colonel Hunter coming in from this side.
Yeah, I know. I haven't thought about this at all. So I'm going to make it just my own little battle plan. I'm just going to see if I can take him down by the end of the game.
Hit him with sticks. Let's go.
Yeah. Right. So I'll go with the Snarl Fang Rider.
Yep.
Your toughness 4, right?
Yeah, T4, yeah.
So I'm hitting on 3s. There's no point doing backstabbing mob to up my strength, but I will onslaught. So extra attack.
Yep. Beautiful.
So that's 4 attacks hitting on 3s.
Yes. Ooh.
That is 6 damage.
I'm down at 26.
Again. Yep. And another 4. No crits.
22. No crits is wild.
No crits.
Okay. So I just have some Spite Revenants left.
Absence.
Okay, they're okay. They're actually really good in combat. Actually, 4-4-1-3 is pretty solid. Actually, bit slow at moving forward, but let's could maybe give you a cheeky battle over here. Although I can't get to you in one move, so let's move like 5 and then. Hello. Let's not move into him. Tell you what, we'll move like to here. So like double move, and we'll sort of like we'll stand nearby, but just not quite in range to be bapped on the head with your pokey stick. Just yet, at least. Over to you.
Okie dokie.
The forest can't be harmed if the trees are armed.
Okay, so I think the Shroomancer's got a 2-inch range. Oh, okay, so just out. So, I'm just gonna shimmy.
What a shimmying.
And give you a bop.
Okay, I'm toughness 3.
Okay, I'm strength 2, so you're fine.
Oh, okay.
So
You are strength goblin, unlike this goblin who's strength stormcast.
I know he breaks all the rules. So hitting on 5 3 attacks.
Oh, he's 1-4 actually, isn't he? He's kind of scary if he lands some crits.
Yeah, he's alright.
Oh no, he's landed.
So
He
there's
landed a
crit.
crit. Down to 6. So I guess I have to move my other Spite Revenant. So he will move like 3.7. Whoa. Let's get the angle right so I can move into this here. 2, so that's 5.7. And then we'll engage. And that is the Spite done. Over to you. Hey, Joe, how's it going, man? We're playing some Gloomspite Gits versus Sylvaneth.
So I'm gonna go from there to there. And I'll take a shot at your injured Spite Revenant.
Yeah, go for it.
And, you know, pray for crits.
Pray for crits. Or 2 hits. That'll also work too.
Or 2 hits. Hitting your 4s, have you got cover?
I don't think so.
Wicked.
Oh, there it is.
Hey!
Shadoosh. Oh, where is he? He is. Ooh, he's straddling. So I think
He's straddling.
I think you get to pick.
I'll pick the more.
If the enemy was not wholly within 1 quarter of the battlefield, the player chooses any of the quarters that the enemy fighter was in, and yes, so you get to pick.
Okay, so yeah, I'll pick the better quarter.
Yeah, so you get 2 points.
Yeah, cool.
I killed too early, and I've been punished. Beautiful. I'm out, guys. So it's all you now.
Okay. I'm just going to go 3.4.
Oh no.
And threaten.
That'll do it. She's not that good in combat.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Nice. It is a small wooden stick off. At the end of the turn, you score more points. So it's 2 to 1.
Yep.
I get to increase or decrease the value of a location by 1. And
I wonder what it's going to be.
I am going to make this one worth 2.
Oh yeah.
I was tempted to make this one worth 4, but that
Right.
might go really badly for us.
Well, nah. I mean, this one's easy pickings.
So let's get those deployments all raised up and roll for initiative for turn 2. 3 doubles. We got double maxing.
Okay. Mine didn't roll. Let's try again.
Oh.
I've got a triple and 3 singles.
Oh shit. This is not good.
Oh,
this is
okay.
bad.
Okay. Right. Come on, brain. You know what to do. Do I know what to do? I really don't. I mean, a quad would be nice. Quad 5's good. Quad 5 would be very good. Okay, but my triples are good. So do I need a quad? I'm in a quad with an ogre. Who can argue?
Yeah, he's pretty darn mighty.
Yeah, even in combat he's good.
Yeah, 3-5-3-5 is a really good profile for a guy with a range attack. Like that's that good.
Yeah, and he's got 2-inch range on the Melee as well.
Nice. He
Yeah.
stabs you with one of the spears he's got. And 30 wounds. Jesus, this guy's a bit of a menace.
He is a menace. Ooh, okay. I think I'm going to just make another double, actually. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to bathe myself in glory this game, so I may as well just... I don't know, do that. Yeah, make another double.
Okay. I do think I kind of want to go first. I don't have any triples that are worth doing, apart from I can teleport with like one of my dudes, but he's not really in any position to teleport.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's a chaff, right? So he's not going to teleport anywhere useful, really. So I think I'm going to make 2 singles and try and take initiative.
Okay.
Which never goes well.
Bold.
Which never goes well. Oh no.
Hey. Okay.
So that's all you. I tell myself every game, right, that never roll off for initiative. Don't spend resources on a dice roll. I'm like, yeah, but what if it works this time though? What if it works this time? It's too greedy.
Okay.
I don't think Ulthari's surviving that. I've got a sneaking suspicion.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Let's put this Huntmaster. I want to support the troops. Regular Hunter, not Huntmaster. We've got a tree revenant.
Businesses.
He's a bit of a wet noodle. And we'll have like Anslane placed something like here. She's got range for days, so I think that's probably fine.
Mm-hmm.
So you have initiative, so you get to decide who goes first, and of course you'll pick me, right?
You sound like you got more of a plan than I do, so yes, I will let you. Right, I'm gonna poop on your plan.
Oh no, not my plan.
Let me just... Right. Is my plan gonna work? Oh yeah, it's gonna work. So...
I am exactly 8 away.
Oh, that's nice.
So if you're going to hold us in, it's an attack action, which you can't make because I'm in combat with your wolf still.
I think it says you can pull people out of combat.
So this fighter makes a bonus action, then after that attack action, it makes it has to have an attack action go off before you can get the pull.
Right. Oh, okay.
And the pull out of combat, because you don't have a minimum. You do. I don't know why that bit's in there, but it is. But you, I think they've defaulted to regular wording on pulls, but also made it so you can't pull if I'm in combat.
It does say when doing so they can move away from enemy fighters within 1 inch, right?
It does, but it's after that attack action, right? So if you don't make the attack action because you can't make the attack action, I don't think you can do the
you're
pull.
engaged.
Because I'm engaged, yeah.
Oh, okay. I've been playing that wrong this whole time.
So I think it's, I believe the Heart Eater, so the first Fang, has this exact ability, in fact.
Yeah.
But his range attack doesn't have a minimum, so he could potentially get this bit to work because you could throw it into combat because he has the capacity to do that. But your big old crossbow doesn't, which is, I don't know why that second part's in there because it'll never come up, right?
My plan has just melted away like a wet piece of toilet paper. Okay. Whoopsies.
Would you
Oh,
want to
okay.
change your ability dice to reflect the change
I mean,
plan?
that'd be tremendously kind of you.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Yeah, I mean, because otherwise he can't really. Because anything I'd want to pull is in combat, and I can't do that. I think. Yeah, if you don't mind, I think I'm gonna.
Yeah, because it won't change
do that.
initiative or anything, right? Because
No. Yeah, because I would
yeah.
have just gone over here, right? Yeah. Yeah, so we've gone. Bloop. However, you would get your 2 wild dice back because you wouldn't have been able to take initiative.
Oh, that's true. Bada bish. There we go.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right. There you go.
I suspect a scary rampage is on the way.
I'm going for a scary rampage.
Oh no. Ilthari, what have you done to deserve this? You shot a spear boy.
Actually, if I go... The big question is, am I able to squeeze through that gap on the lowest part of the twig?
I would say so, because you'd be like, oh, that's like low terrain, right? So you'd ignore this little bit anyway. So you can go through that.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay, so go over there.
It's movement 5 base, Jesus Christ. I forget how good ogres are.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that would have been my rampage move. But yeah, he is movement 5. He's a quick boy.
He is a quick
Right,
boy.
I'll go there. I'll take a bonus swing at your flurry.
Yeah, your
so
strength.
3 attacks,
many.
hitting on 3s.
Yeah, I'll use vengeful spites because I don't think I want to live. So it's just counter, but if you hit me, you take damage as opposed to you missing me.
So it's like shed pain.
Yeah. So you take 5.
You take 13. What am I? 3-5.
Ooh, you are. So I'm down. I'm down to 7.
Yep.
Ouch. I'll do it. I'll do it again.
I'll swing again. Yeah. So sorry, I took 5.
You take 2. I take 6. I'm down to 1.
Oh no.
We're holding on desperately.
Okay. Okay, so I've got 1 action left.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, 8.1. So it is massive overkill just to swing 1 more time, isn't it? But because hang on, are we engaged?
We shouldn't be. No.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna leave you alone.
Just gonna walk away.
I'm gonna just walk away. And I think I'm gonna go over here.
Okay.
These are
that's not scary at all. Just
Dude,
one guy.
I don't know what I'm doing. Right, so go
showing everyone's ire.
3.3, and then I've got 1.7 left. So go to like there.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
Okay.
This guy's got his work cut out for him. He's got to kill everyone by himself. He's got reinforcements, but like he is heavily cut off from them by.
I told you I had a game plan.
Yeah, it's kill the Huntmaster. Speaking of Huntmasters, the Huntmaster's gonna go now before he dies. So I think the correct play is to use Onslaught and just start like shredding with 5 attacks and try to kill things. But also healing 6 wounds means he is gonna be nice and healthy for next turn. Potentially. Because it's unlikely I'll kill. 3 hits will kill the Snarlfang Rider. Get boss. 1 hit will kill. I can't even attack the stabber, so I'd have to attack the blood pelt on the second swing. yes, so I can't attack this guy anyway, so he's just safe. I think I'm just gonna swing once in the Snarlfang. And see what happens.
Yep.
Hit on 3s.
Okay. So. Yeah, I'm not gonna react.
Blau Kings, the even better play would be to swing, and then battle trait away. That's true. Just they get out of that scenario entirely and go somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's
if
true,
you're
actually.
a little bitch.
If you're a little bitch. Now, so like I'm of the mindset, right, that the teleport, the best way to do it is to like, wait till like turn 3 and turn 4. Like just never mention at the start of the game, then just sort of like don't Alpha Strike turn 1, just vibe with it, and then go like turn 4. I'm gonna teleport to the other side of the board and like be incredibly inconvenient at the worst possible time when everyone's forgotten that's the thing I can do. But get boss. Hopefully he gets killed here. Okay. That is a good old 12.
Yep, he's dead.
Sort of slinked through him. So that is 2 points.
Yep.
Escalation. And then I guess I'll swing into the blood pelt because he's right there. And he's already quite wounded, so we could do a fair chunk here. Potentially. So you are toughness 4, hitting on 3s. And you can't react, so that's always handy. That's only 6 though.
Okay.
Then I will use draw from the Spirit Song to heal 6. Because that ability is wonderful. And that's him done. He's had a good time.
Okie dokie. Got a few things I need to do. So movement of Colonel Hunter is 4. So it's got range.
It is only 4. He's a little bit.
Range 5. Okay, that's fine.
Bless him.
That's not too bad. He's got a range of 2, but he's tied up with my Hunter. Okay. So, and then I want to be able to shoot at something. Okay, so we'll move. There-ish. And I'll just take a shot at that guy.
The Revenant, fire away.
Yes. 2 dice on 4s.
On 4s.
Nice. Oh, that's 3 dice. Whoops. Let's do that properly.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. 2 hits.
Down to 4 wounds. Ouch. Okay. Sure. Got a lot of things I can do here. I'm going to go with, I think, the Spite Revenant. I think I'm going to try and kill you. I was going to be a bit like, I'm going to net you and run away and leave him sort of like exposed. But actually, I'm going to onslaught you and like try and like tear your head off with my 10 attacks. Hit on 3s. So we'll give that a go. So it's 5 attacks, hit on 3s. Do you wish to react?
I'll take the first one.
That is 6 damage.
Oh, that's not too bad.
So you're down to a 3, I believe, right?
Yep.
I'll do it again.
I'm gonna probably do Spiteful Demise, I think. What's that? A fighter can make this reaction when they're targeted by a melee attack. After the damage is total before it's allocated. If it's enough. On a 4+ allocate. Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
Cool. We do 1 damage. We completely whip the second swing. And that's the Spite Revenant turn.
I'll go with the Shroomancer because he's not long to this world, and I'll just take swing. So it's 3 dicing and 5s.
Go for it.
Nothing.
Okay. So Anslane's going to go and fire a shot into your stab out with Pocket Spear.
Mm-hmm.
This is 2 shots hitting you on 5s. Poop. Fire away, Badoosh. For nothing, I'll fire again. We're crit fishing for days.
Yeah. I can't react, can I?
And look, I would ignore the terrain here for purposes of shooting. Nope.
Okay. Okay, so I don't know why my measuring tool's not working at all, but you're in range, so here we go.
Here we go.
I'm going for a crit.
That's scary. Two dice hit on 5s. Okay, that's kind of okay.
Yeah, but a crit will do it.
I'm tempted to react on Vengeful Spites to hopefully, like, if you're hitting a crit, you will both die.
Yeah, do it.
Vengeful Spites on the mad roll. See what happens.
Yep. Okay. Oh.
Okay. We both take 1.
Okay.
Now I'm not in range to attack you actually, so he's this will continue. I'll go with Skaith the Huntsman.
Mm-hmm.
He's moving 8, so he will zoop. He'll zoop his way up the board to like here, so he's within like 3 of a bunch of guys, and then throw a javelin into the Shroomancer.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s because he's strength 4. Whiffing. That guy's immortal. He will not die.
He normally does really well for me in games. I just take him because he's got quite a lot of wounds. But
Yeah, 16 wounds is pretty. It's not too shabby.
It's really good for 85 points for a goblin.
Yeah, 85 points. That's a great wound total for that.
Yeah. Okie dokie. It's time for a slapping over here. So the Boggle is gonna over here. So it's 3 dice. Hit on 5s. I'm feeling good.
You need 1 hit. Hey, there we go. So that's
And
1 point for this quarter.
Yep. And then all I need to do is kill your Huntsmaster and get more points. Oh man, I'm so far away from everything now, so I'll just go over here.
He's on his way.
Okay, he's done.
I'm gonna go with my. I think that the smart play is to, like, go with the Revenant and then like heal up with that 5 and just like be happy with my life. But it's way more fun to dare you to kill us both next turn. So I'm gonna rush with the Hunter and start to pound this guy.
Oh, I forgot about Rush.
So he'll move his 5.
Whoops.
And then I believe he's got 5 dice. 4 dice, hitting on 3s. Shoo. 4 dice on 3s. Do 5 damage. Great sword. Hits for
that's
10.
a great sword. Oh no.
That is the greatest of swords, some would say. That's him done.
So my ploy to do reaction control, it's not going.
The
So
Git
you
Boss
could be,
reacted, moved in, and caused some issues.
Yeah, it's just you need to be a big brain player to set up stuff like that, and more crawl boys normally helps. I never really pull it off. So
Yeah, I find the Crewbuzz reaction is really powerful, but it's actually incredibly difficult to pull off reliably.
yeah, especially when you've only got one of them. Oh no,
Yeah.
Snorbow's too far away to doot at your Huntsmaster.
He's in combat, so you have to be within 3 inches to shoot him.
Yeah. But I think even if I double move, well, maybe if I double move. So go.
Getting ready for the legendary 8-shot double doot.
Yeah. Getting all hits and doing 8 damage.
I'm going to teleport to here and walk up and teleport out of combat. That was pure spite.
Okay, he'll go. Yeah, he'll go there, I guess.
This Tree Revenant is going to walk up and engage. That's him done,
Okay.
and that's me completely done.
Right.
3-3, so none of the quarters get changed. It is a tie currently.
This game is silly.
It's a bit silly.
Okay, turn 3. Let's
A
see.
double in 4 singles. I have 3
Okay.
wild dice.
I've got 2 doubles, 2 singles.
Yeah. I have initiative. Again, triples just aren't that useful because this guy teleporting just isn't. Is that okay? I could attack you, kill you, teleport away, and like hide. Theoretically, or teleport to like a less valuable quarter to try and survive, I guess. But like, it's not a huge deal. I'm gonna make a double 6, and you have 2 wild dice, right?
Yep.
So I will make a single and then bank.
Okay.
I don't want to risk it. I could make like another. I could make it so you can't take initiative, but I think I'm fine. If you yeah, I'm okay with that. I'll bank the last one.
I'm running out of options real quick. So pretty much all my guys who can actually do damage are engaged. And your Colonel Hunter's very healthy. So okay. So I mean, triple was probably the best I can. I mean, a triple with the Swamp Cooler is not a bad shout.
Yes, it's a -1 attack aura, right? It's pretty spicy.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So I mean, that's probably what I want to do. So, because this game is silly, I'm going to make 2 triples. Because I can't think of better ways of using my dice. So 2 triples it is. Because I could double debuff you, because the Shroomancer can do it too. I think he does it by amount of dice or half the value of dice. So he could take.
He could drop one of my guys to like 1 attack potentially.
It would be, yeah. So you could drop 2 attacks or something, and if the Swamp Call, that's 3 attacks down. It's not bad.
It's kind of scary. Okay, I'm going to go with the Hunt Master. He's just going to try and take out this Blood Pelt Hunter before his Ogre stats get a little bit overwhelming.
Yep.
He'll use an Onslaught here because he's healthy now, so I'm not too concerned that he's going to get killed. So 5 attacks hitting on 3s.
Yep.
Do you wish to react?
So for some reason, the Ice Belt Hunter doesn't have the Ogre's reaction, which is bad.
Wow, okay.
So I will not.
Okay. First swing. That is 12 damage.
Okay, okay. So I've got
Second
5 left.
Second swing, do you wish to react?
No, I'm going to trust that the world wants this to be a fun game.
No, that's 12 damage again.
Okay.
The world's deemed the blood pelt unworthy of life.
Did he do anything? I mean, he took a big chunk out of...
He did 9 wounds to Ilthari.
He did 19 wounds to...
19, yeah. 19 wounds to Ilthari.
Yeah. And then wandered off.
And then got scythed.
Yeah.
And that's the Huntmaster done. Sadly, he doesn't have an ability to like attack or move again on kill. He has to like hibernate or something. Like photosynthesize to get more power.
Yep. So you get 3?
Oh yes, I do. Yes, because he was straddling, wasn't he?
Yep.
So bonk bonk bonk. Over to you.
Okay. Poke and spear time. And do I use a triple as a double? Just not. Oh, it's a shambles. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna 2 attacks, hitting on 5s. Would you like to react?
Vengeful Spites. Best case scenario, you do 2 hits and no crits, and I live and you die. We both die.
Hey.
So I believe. What's the ordering on this?
I get all the points.
It's whenever a player's fighter takes down an enemy fighter. So you're still taken down, right?
Yeah.
So I would also score points.
You don't score more, do you? Because I took you down first, and then you. Or are we taken down simultaneous?
I'll say that. I don't know.
Because technically, if I kill you, if I kill you first, and then your reaction kills me, then you get 1 more point than me, right?
Yeah, I think for safety, I'll score the 4, you'll score the 5, right? So that feels that feels better.
Okay,
right?
That's very kind.
So I'll go to 7, you get your 5.
Okay.
Because that feels, but it does jump up to 6 though. So this is a very expensive quarter to exist.
Yeah, and you've got 56 wounds in there, and I've got 12. So, oh no, 27. So, okay, so that means this swamp crawler needs to get out of here.
Sadly, it's my turn though, so I think he's not going to get anywhere.
Oh yeah,
he's going to get decapitated by a hunter.
Oh
hopefully.
No!
Best case scenario, you lose your head. So we're going to use an onslaught to go to 5 attacks.
Yeah. Is that necessary?
Yeah, I think it might be because 4 attacks, 5 damage. It doesn't seem reliable.
Okay.
So do you wish to react to the big old sword coming towards your brain?
No.
That's 18 damage. Oh no.
I mean, Ziggy, come on.
Ziggy.
This isn't how dice work.
I guess then the hunt will go. You'll wander over here.
You leave Mr. Boggle alone.
He senses another 6 points just like existing in this general area. He's going to try and claim it for next turn.
That is Boggle-Eye Joe.
Boggle-Eye Joe. Over to you.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to hope, wish, and pray. Oh, I mean, even if I do a massive chunk of damage to you, I'll take loads, right?
Yeah, for every hit you do, you'll take a point back.
This is terrible. Oh, okay. Oh, no. Okay. I thought I could claw this back. Okay. Alright. So, just ignore this situation over here. Just kill some time. I'm going to... What's the range of your bow? Is it like 12?
15.
Oh, that's unnecessary.
She's entirely a crit fisher, right? But like,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
65 points, she's amazing value for that bow. It's a 1/4 bow, which is very silly.
Okay. So I guess it's just retreat to a safe distance with the Bogleye. Oh, such a pain in the butt. Okay. Because, I mean, I could activate with the True Man, so use my ability, wait. And then hope you can't do 2 wounds with like 10 attack. I mean, you didn't do it last time.
That's true.
Oh, you got range. Okay, I'm in blind panic mode. I'm gonna just use Snorbo, and I'm gonna, Huntsmaster.
Go for it.
Are you happy if I speed roll?
Go for it, yeah.
Okay.
It's a mega duper. Let's go.
Yeah, 8 dice and 5s. Well, I'm happy with that.
Is that 2 damage? It's 2.
2. Yeah, 2.
Nice. I guess I'll go with Skaith. He'll throw like a spear into the Shrewmancer.
Yep.
So hit on 3s.
Mm-hmm.
Spear. That's 5.
Okay.
And then he will skedaddle to try and get some points for next turn later on. So we'll go 5 to here. We'll go like 3 to here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Skaith done.
Yep. Okay, so I just need to hide the Bogleye in such a way that you won't be able to see him. So I need to predict where you'll be if you moved 5 inches or 4 inches away if you move. Nah, it's too much effort. I'm just gonna go there. And
We're just going to skedaddle.
I mean, I haven't used either of my triples, so I'll go there, and I'll try and net you.
Nice.
Net your guys who've already activated. Let's go for the Huntsmaster.
He's netted.
Yeah.
He's been slowed down, theoretically.
Yeah. If anyone's watching and they don't have that much experience of playing Warcry, this is not how you do it.
I am going to use Walk the Spirit Path's battle trait on this Spite Revenant. And he is going to teleport more or less to like here.
Yep.
And then he is going to move twice to engage.
Oh.
So we're pressuring.
Not in
Everyone's
turn 3, where I
everyone's
forgot that
coming
was
over
a
here.
thing that you could do. Right. Okay. I fancy my odds.
And then Ansley can't see shit, so he's going to hop this over here.
Yep.
Draw a bead on this guy. Take a shot.
Yep.
I hit you on 5s because I am shooting through a rock.
And he's toughness 4 anyway.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Snowball the tanky.
Yeah.
Hey, that's 1 damage though.
Coolios.
It's gonna make all the difference.
Oh, I'm so glad I blessed him.
So that's the end of turn 3. So turn 4,
Yep.
you get to increase or decrease a quarter by 1.
Oh man. Okay. So let's. There is a chance. There's a chance I could kill that Spike Revenant if everything goes well.
If the dice finally behave.
If everything goes well. So let's turn this corner into a 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just hoping and praying
Hope and praying.
that I get 3 and you don't get 6.
Sounds good.
Yep.
I have 2 doubles, 2 singles.
Uh, 3 doubles. I've got 2 guys.
Cool. I guess I'll make a double. Fuck it, I'm gonna make a whole bunch of doubles. There we go. I have 4 doubles.
Okay. I guess I'll put that in there.
Yep.
Haha.
Over to you. You
You
have
didn't see
the
that
initiative.
coming. Okay.
I'm gonna rotate so I look more sinister.
Oh, he's staring me down. Right, I'll go with Snorbo.
Yep.
I mean, double do. Because you can't react to it.
No.
I can't onslaught, so I just got a double do. So 8 dice on 5s. Let's go.
Oh wow. Ziggy, what's
One
going
damage.
on?
1 damage.
On 16 dice, he's done 3 hits. 2 hits. 2 hits. Sorry, so
2
2
hits.
hits
Crit,
on
a
16.
crit and a hit.
Oh no. I was going to heal him now, but I don't think if I take like a bunch of damage, I can just heal it back up again. It'll be fine. But like,
Do it.
it's not really worth it on 1. I'm gonna go with the Huntmaster. He's just
Okay.
gonna casually stroll in. Just need to make sure that. Okay, so I'm in range of him at least. So yeah, he's gonna casually. I don't need to be that close. I'm getting unnecessarily close to you. I can just like stand here. I'll use an onslaught. Why not?
Mhm.
And we'll try and decapitate Boggle-Eye because he
Not
offended us by running
Boggle-Eye.
away. He ran
Not
away.
Boggle-Eye.
He
I
was-
just remembered I could have netted you. Okay.
was-
Okay. It's all coming back now. It's all coming back.
the plans materializing too slowly.
Yeah.
Do you wish to react to the murderous scythe heading towards you?
I'm going to take the first hit.
The first hit killed you. I believe that's
I'm going to.
15.
Yep.
That's the Huntmaster done.
Yep. I'm out of guys. So, do you have it in you to kill Snorbo?
Yes.
That's what this all boils down to. Can Snorbo survive?
Ansley will go. She'll burn a double on Vigor and Wrath to gain +1 crit until the end of the turn. She'll fast roll,
Unnecessary.
hitting on
Right.
5s.
Yep.
That's 6 damage.
No.
And then Skaith the Huntsman will go and just throw 2 spears at you, hitting on 4s.
Yeah, you strength 4.
That is in like 9. Riddled with arrows and javelins.
Next time, I demand an independent adjudicator to count how many crits I get and how many crits you get.
It was kind of disgusting, actually. There were times where the crits were flowing. That is for sure.
You've made a living out of flowing crits, so
A little bit. I've
Yeah,
got a whole series on Off Meta's channel where it's just me rolling crits and him crying. So
yeah,
it's like, why? Stop rolling the crits, damn. But Doug was like, I'm cheering for Snowball. Then immediately, I'm done cheering, I guess.
yeah,
Honestly, right, that was an absolutely wild game. Just the amount of wacky dice was off the charts.
yeah,
On the everyone missing, Schumancer miraculously surviving was
yeah.
just kind of wild.
He took some punishment.
He did. Although this little shit, the Huntmaster, he went in, he killed a Git boss, he killed the blood pelt, he went and killed off a boggle eye. He walked in, just killed everything around him, then left.
Yeah,
he had a good time.
The Huntsmaster with Scythe is no joke. They're a serious bit of kit.
They're pretty darn good. I thought they were 3-5, but 3-6 is really nice.
Yeah, I mean, Sylvaneth are kind of one of those bigger fish warbands that if there's like nothing that can deal with Colonel Hunters, then you're laughing. But if there's something that can rattle off like 32-28 wounds quite easily, then that's the only time you really get a problem. Apart from that, they've got all you need and big enough hitters. So
yeah, that's what I was pondering in at the start of the stream. Was like Sylvaneth are weird because they're quite popular at tournaments, but they don't win them often, right?
Yeah.
Despite having all the tools imaginable. They've got like in-faction teleports. They've got a battle trait teleport. They've got big smashers. They've got nets on command, right? They've got speed for days when they need it. They've got all kinds of tools and toys that really help them shine in all kinds of different facets of the game, but they don't seem to be winning. And I concluded that it's probably because the Kenneth Hunters are really good, but they're also nowhere near as good as like the best stuff in Warcry.
Yeah, that's it.
So like, they can kill, but they can't, like, if they're for ogres, Iron Jaws, Stormcast, they're getting bodied, right? They can't kill them.
Yeah.
Even with strength 6, he's hitting at strength 6. He's only hit on 4s against the biggest things in the game, and he's only T4, so they're smashing back. And he can heal, sure. He's got loads of wounds, sure, but he can't like stymie all of that damage to be taken back, which is the issue.
Yeah, they're in a similar camp to kind of Croc scores, because when Seraphon got that big rewrite and people were super excited about Croc scores, they're just a shade under where you want them to be. They look good on paper, but then when you actually play them, missing thing. I
think with Croxagores, the issue is that like they're too slow. They've got no movement in them. You've got to use Rush. You've got to use Kixie Taka. You've got to use a slant to teleport them. They're expensive to move around the board. Whereas a Chaos Hunter can just teleport. And I think that their biggest competitor is because Rat Ogres came out, I think, at the same time or shortly afterwards. And Rat Ogres are slightly more expensive, but that extra increase in price is well worth it, because the extra attack, they get all the toys on Rat Ogres, right? They've got all the toys in the world, so they can move, they can attack again, they can be whipped to attack some more. And they're rattling off their damage and then getting to combat easily. But Croxicores just don't do that. They're super clunky. At least this guy can teleport and get into combat if he really has to. He's got ways. But Croxicores are super clunky. I'm not a fan of them at all.
Yeah, in Southampton, my first game was against Skaven with 2 Rat Ogres.
Rough.
My second game was Seraphon with 3 Croxicores.
3? Okay.
Yeah. And then my third game was Skaven with 2 Rat Ogres. And
that's rough.
In game,
that's really rough.
It was really bad. Like game 1, I'm just like, okay, phew, Skaven's out of the way. That's done. I got a draw. I'm happy. And then they came round again in round 3. But like in game 1 and game 3, those big threats, you felt it. Whereas with the Croxicores, I just kind of ignored them and just picked off everything else. And it was fine.
They've only got a 6-inch threat range, right? Or 7-inch with a rush, which is just, it's not that impressive, really.
Nah.
Kind of ignore it. Like Vexmore's got a larger threat range than a Crocscore does.
Yeah.
Which is embarrassing because his threat range isn't that great either. But if you've been outsped by something with movement 3, you should probably be concerned for your guy's ability to actually impact the game in any meaningful way.
Yeah, that's right.
They look nice though. I'm glad that Rattlger's got a points nerf, because I think it was only 10 points and their pack masters went up, so it makes it a lot harder to run like double ogre. It'll still exist, I'm sure. But you're losing toys elsewhere, and you're getting less revives because the pack masters can't revive anymore, which is very nice. So you just pick those guys off, and they won't be coming back like 5 seconds later.
Yeah, so Skaven now have pretty much 90% of the tools. They don't have 100% of them.
Yeah, more or less. So I think Skaven are in a funny place because they're really strong. But for a while, their strongest list was just kind of like not interesting to play into, or honestly, I didn't find it fun to play with. It was a bit bland. And then people started to sort of like find some of the source by using things that weren't Rat Ogres, because they've got loads of toys in there. And they've seen some success. And those lists are more interesting to play into. So I'm glad that they've seen some success, and hopefully more people pick those kind of lists up. Ideally going forward. My hope for Sylvaneth was I liked this list. 2 Kernoth Hunters, it feels, I don't know. Like, I think 2 Huntmasters would be fun, but also like a bit like bland. 2 Hunters is fun for like a backup beater, because there isn't really anything else I could put in here, right? Like, I think dropping taking Skaith as opposed to a 3rd Hunter it opened up a lot of potential for mobility, to get around and just threaten things. He's not as impactful, but in non-kill missions, he's able to zip around and do things. He's sniped off a goblin, he sniped off Shrewmancer, killed Snowball, I guess, right? He's just a solid piece. I would like another option that's roughly the same points as a Kernoth Hunter that wasn't a hunter. Like, some sort of decent, like, light cavalry that isn't like their absolutely abysmal flying cavalry. That's still impactful in some way. I don't know what it would be. Ideally, actually, I think about it, ideally the new Underworld's warband, right? The centaur people like Skaith, like them being like reasonably killy in combat, glass cannony, to give you something that's not just like a walking tank. So you can take glass cannon speed or take bulky cannon, right? So you've got more of a mix, because otherwise it's like, I'm going to take 3 Kernoth Hunters or 2 Hunters and a bunch of Jeff, and there's not much beyond that, right? Like, that I can see. I haven't played enough to see that for certain, but for me, it seems like you're kind of bottlenecked into taking multiple Hunters more often than not.
Yeah, if you don't want to bring in an ally and get rid of the battle tray, then you're kind of stuck with a certain formula, aren't you?
Yeah, I think if you take the ally, I think your Hunters become just like, if you drop like a Hunter, 1 Hunter for an ally, then your other remaining Hunter is substantially less viable, right?
Sure.
So it's like, do you take just like 2 allies and take no Hunters? Because the Hunters aren't good, are too slow then? Maybe, I don't know. But I enjoyed the list. It performed very well into a squishy goblin list. Which is, I guess, in a kill mission, that is to be expected. But I don't think +1 attack on the Huntmaster is required. Like, if you were to give him like 5 attack space, you wouldn't need Onslaught as much. But like, if you were to onslaught for like, safety, I think the getting 6 attacks off at like strength 5, 3, 6 is probably a bit overkill.
Yeah.
Because he cut through like the Git boss who's got 20 wounds, the ogre who's got 30 wounds. He did well with just 4 attack space. Because the only way to get those extra 10 points, 4 + 1 attack, would be to drop one of the Spite Revenants for another, the teleporty one.
Tree Revenant.
Called. For a Tree Revenant, yeah, that'll get us to 10 points. I'll have an extra teleport target, but the Spite Revenants are much better in combat. The extra attack, extra strength, plus that net is quite powerful.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if downgrading one to get the extra bump on the blessing would be worth it.
Unless you're up against a really high toughness warband. But even so, you've got the strength 6 anyway, and 4 attacks is still pretty good. So it would get through 20 wounds, like orcs or stormcasts, pretty alright, wouldn't it?
Yeah, 'cause I think if you've got like, you want your killy thing to cut through toughness 5 and toughness 6, and at toughness 5, an extra attack is just as good as an extra strength, like statistically. Mm-hmm. And the extra attack versus extra strength, and then strength 6, is worse than +1 strength, I believe, if my mental math is correct. So, in most cases, the +1 strength, the things you want to kill, the +1 strength's better. But into anything squishier, the attack is obviously better. And I think you want the Huntmaster to be able to swing up into big things. So I think the strength is probably the better choice. And I get more nets. So the attack's probably a trap.
Yeah.
In the role I want him to fulfill. He's good though. I thoroughly enjoyed him. That heal. Like, the heal makes them these guys absolute little dickheads.
Yeah, because they can all do it, right?
Yeah, it's just a universal ability. So I'm just like, even your basic chaff can just like get into a chaff fight, then be losing, then swing twice, heal back up, and then they're winning now because they've got surprisingly good stats in combat with their strength 4 attacks.
No, they're good.
They're pretty darn durable. So I'm looking forward to taking them to. Are you going to Bristol for Warcries in the West?
No. So the reason why I've had a bit of a hiatus from Warcry is that I've taken a lease for a shop, which is so it's now open. So I'm committed to that 6 days a week. So I do not have weekends anymore.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's an exciting thing. Exciting to have a shop to run. That's kind of spicy.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's been the dream for a while, but it just means that tournaments are now escaping me.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair, I guess. It's been a wild year though for tournaments. Like absolutely crazy. Just the amount that there's been. Not by Games Workshop. They've had like one event all year. But with Southampton, there's been like 3 in Scotland. There's been one coming in Bristol. There's another one in Nottingham, not by Warhammer World, in December.
There's Birmingham.
But yeah, of course, Birmingham as well, which was great for UK Games Expo. Not to mention all the European and American tournaments that have been going on. Like, it's been a pretty wild year for Warcries competitive scene. So it's quite exciting. And with an FAQ dropping as well, it's sort of like it's revitalized people's list building a bit. People were excited to build new lists and try new things, which has been an issue with Warcraft for a while, where things were getting a bit stagnant. No longer, which is always fun. So it's in a good place. It's in a really good place. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Even if Malifaux has snuck into my play schedule on the side of it.
It's fine to have a side hustle.
Yeah, a bit of a Malifaux side hustle, which is pretty spicy. But I think I'm going to call the stream there. It's been about 2.5 hours. I think I'm gonna call it there. But Jack, thank you for the game. It was fantastic. A lot of fun.
Always a pleasure. Yeah.
Always fun to roll dice and have a good time. And thank you to everyone who joined in on the stream and had a time commenting. And a big thanks to Drew for becoming a member as well. But until next time, everyone, I'll catch you all in a bit. Ta-ra.
Yeah, thanks for the game, dude. It's really fun.
Yeah, man, thanks. It was great.